The day before opening day, the Yankees are making moves, bringing players onto the roster that we had questions on, bringing in free agents, and interesting discussions along the way. What's going on, guys? It's the King of 161st June. I'm back with another video, and like I just said, we are one sleep away. The Yankees opening day, and the Yankees are still making moves to try and improve this team. Starting off with a move that I'm a little late on, but I was doing my MLB rankings. Ryan Yarbrough gets signed to a league minimum deal, basically. This is an incredible signing for the New York Yankees. Other than Tim Hill, we had 0 lefties in this bullpen. That is already one of the better bullpens there are in baseball. The only weakness was a lack of lefties. And now, with the signing of Ryan Yarbrough, he's a funky lefty that gives a weird motion. That sidearm delivery, it confuses batters. In 2024, he put up a 3.19 ERA with a 1.05 whip. Those are great numbers, especially for a guy who most likely will be in a bulk setting where he'll be pitching multiple innings, or he'll be coming in big spots in the middle of the game, 5th, 6th inning with runners on base. Having a guy that you know has a 1.05 whip, that is a huge addition to go along with Tim Hill, who is again another sidearm, funky delivery, maybe not as much velocity, but can absolutely fool hitters with the way that they pitch. This is an incredible signing for the New York Yankees. Makes this bullpen so much more deep than it was just a few days ago. Now we get to some of the roster decisions that they are making. To me, are the perfect decisions. I think the Yankees had an incredible week in terms of making roster decisions. Starting with the backup catcher. This spring training, it was a backup catcher battle between journeyman, terrible catcher and Alex Jackson versus former Uber driver, substitute teacher, back to minor league baseball, trying to get his shot at the major leagues in JC Escarra. JC Escarra beats out Alex Jackson. I love that the Yankees did not go the ultra analytical route with this decision, because the ultra analytical route would have told you, you know, Alex Jackson really sucks, but he is a righty and Wells is a lefty. So to split those two up, it might be best to go with Alex Jackson to give teams a different look. Bullshit. JC Escarra can hit the cover off the ball, and he has earned this spot. Alex Jackson is lucky that he stays in Major League Baseball, because look, he might be okay on the defensive end. That bat is some pure garbage. The only reason we got him is because we traded Cincinnati Jose Trevino. They didn't need him, so we took him off their hands. They were tired of Alex Jackson, and I'm happy the Yankees did not get to that point where we can be tired of Alex Jackson, because he will not be a part of the regular season. I think a tandem of JC Escarra and Austin Wells is going to work tremendously together. Yes, both of them are lefties, but both of them can hit very well. Both of them have been doing way better defensively than expected. That was the correct call. And to talk about correct calls, after spring training and after what he did during spring training, Pablo Reyes has officially made the team. Pablo Reyes also hit the cover off the ball, specifically against right-handed pitching. The reverse splits there are interesting. And Aaron Boone had some interesting comments about Pablo Reyes. To me, those comments indicated this third base position battle is not over. You added another competitor. Pablo Reyes is going to get run, especially because Oswald Peraza did not take the bull by the horns. Oswaldo Cabrera did. He played really well. But like I've said on this show many times, Oswaldo Cabrera's biggest benefit to this team is his versatility. When he plays one position full time, it becomes a little bit stale. His ability to play in right field when necessary, his ability to play all the spots in the infield. He's played first before. That's where Oswaldo Cabrera gets his value to this team. So I think Aaron Boone sees that and says, okay, if Pablo Reyes is going to hit righties incredibly well, and then Oswald Peraza plays lefties extremely well. Maybe that's the tandem we go with because there's no more options for Oswald Peraza. They want to get value out of him. Oswaldo Cabrera is best in a utility role, and there will be injuries to where he will get run. There will be times where maybe it's a good matchup and he plays third. My point is, Pablo Reyes might have earned himself a spot in this argument. And Pablo Reyes might have pushed DJ LeMahieu out the door. Because now that you have 3 guys that are able to play that position better than the contract that DJ LeMahieu has, there's a chance that they follow through with some of their thoughts that they had last season and they just DFA DJ LeMahieu halfway through this year. So it's very interesting what has come out of this camp. Seeing that Pablo Reyes was able to earn his spot when we all thought during this run, like, this is a great run. It most likely turns into him being an Oswaldo Cabrera, where he'll be a utility man, but mostly will stay on the bench with Oswald Peraza, waiting for a shot for an injured guy. But with those Aaron Boone comments, Pablo Reyes has as good of a shot to earn this spot as anyone. And personally, I like that because none of these guys are leaps and bounds better than the other. I think Oswaldo Cabrera might be the best player out of the 3, but is it by a long shot? Hell no. Like I said, Oswaldo Cabrera gets his value because of his glove and being able to play everywhere. But Oswald Peraza can pick it, and Pablo Reyes can hit the cover off the ball. This is going to be incredibly interesting to keep up with through April, to see where they go with in May, June. Whether Pablo Reyes gets this either platoon spot with Oswaldo or is able to even just win the starting job. And it's going to be interesting what they do with the weak link out there. In my opinion, that would probably be Oswald Peraza. Does he get DFA'd? Do they try and trade him? I know teams out there probably wouldn't take him for much because they know their only option is to DFA him and they could just pick him up through that. But maybe they try and find a trade partner to get another guy another team wants off their hands, kind of make a DFA swap instead of just putting them on waiver. There's a lot of questions in this realm that are going to be extremely interesting, but the Yankees did make this team better over this past couple weeks. And I think right now this team, yes, without Cole, yes, without Heel for a while, yes, Schmidt's starting the year on the IL, but right now I think the Yankees are putting themselves in the best spot to tread water early, which I think we can do pretty well early. Think about last year when Garrett Cole was out. We all had the thought, we just got to tread water early until he gets back. And the Yankees started off incredibly hot, especially because Aaron Judge started to find it in spring. He started off struggling just like he started off in April last year struggling. Aaron Judge started to find it late in spring training. He hit that first home run and you looked at his hips and his hips were not flying as much. It's still flying a little bit. They still go out a little bit premature, but this is part of the process with him. Once he gets his fundamentals down and he's able to stay within his swing, you get the production you got last year. And maybe he starts even earlier than he did last year. And if that's the case, fuck 62, he might hit 75. So overall, I think these are incredible things coming out of spring training and going into opening day. And opening day is going to be really fun. There's a chance I could stream. I'm not 100% sure. I'm kind of up in the air on it. So like the video and subscribe with notifications on so you know whether I stream or not. Let me know down below. What's your favorite move that the Yankees have made during spring training? What else do you think the Yankees need to do coming out of spring training? And what are you most excited for the start of the season? But until next time, I'm out of here. Take care and peace.